So if you want to know more about microneedling and see some results and stuff, then just stick around. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about microneedling, since a lot of you guys have been asking me about how I keep my hair and what I think about microneedling and how it's done. So first off guys, what is microneedling? So microneedling is also known as a procedure called dermarolling, where you take a number of small needles to create incisions in the skin, making the skin heal faster and create an inflammatory response. By making these small incisions in your skin, you will actually increase the growth factor in the area and also increase the inflammatory response to that area. So the way that this works is actually the same way as laser resurfacing of the skin works. Those of you who do not know how this works, it's by those means you'll actually be able to at some point usually recover some of your lost ground, and at some point maybe even stop your hair loss. So how deep should you go when you are doing microneedling? Now there are some different ways to do this. Usually what we hear most about is the thing called dermarolling. And when you are dermarolling, guys, you're using like a roller with some needles on. The problem by using these is that you can't really adjust the length and the depth of the needle, how deep it goes into your skin. What I recommend is that you get something like this. This is called a dermapen. So how deep are you supposed to go when you're doing this procedure? Now, what a lot of guys will tell you is that you can go between 0.5 to 1.5 millimeters in depth, and it will do whatever is fine. And I've seen some cases where they have gone even deeper. The thing you have to know is that in general, your hair follicles will tend to stay around 3 millimeters down your scalp. But guys, remember this differs from person to person. So what can actually happen is that if you go too deep, there's a chance that you will actually hit the hair follicle and damage the bulb. And by damaging the bulb, you will actually ruin your hair. So keep that in mind. This is why I recommend that you only go to 1.5 millimeters. And trust me, it works fine. Remember guys, this is a risk to ratio benefit game. So if you take a lot of risk trying to keep your hair and in the end you won't get any benefits, then you are going to lose that game at some point. So remember, if you can make it work with, let's say, 1.5 millimeters a day, not a day, just if you can make it work with 1.5 millimeters per session, then it's way better than taking, let's say, 2 millimeters and taking an unnecessary risk regarding your hair and maybe creating permanent damage. Keep that in mind. So let's talk about some of the evidence there is for microneedling. Let's take a look at the study I found for you guys. It's one of the first studies that has ever been made on microneedling. It's from back in 2013, and it's made with 100 men placed in 2 groups. So what we have here is the first group will receive as 5% solution of minoxidil. So that's actually the only thing I do. And then of course each Monday I don't use any kind of hair products or minoxidil or IU 58841. I still take my finasteride though if I'm using that at this point. I don't know if I'll be using it, but just keep in mind you can still use the finasteride as long as it's not topical. And yeah, that's actually pretty much how easy it is. Usually what I do is that I use it for like 10 minutes around the whole scalp area. So not just the affected areas, but also the whole scalp. Because if you're thinning at some place, you're gonna be thinning all over the place. And why not induce hair growth in your scalp as a whole? There's no point just to fix the damaged areas if you can have more hair growth on others. You're actually cutting off the hair with the needles. And by that it looks like you're shedding, but actually just cut out some hairs, and that's what's falling out in the drain at some point. So just take it easy guys. It's not like you're losing hair or anything. It's just falling out and it's pretty normal. It will grow back out. Okay, so just take it easy with that. A good trick I use is that before I'm doing any kind of microneedling procedure, I actually take a little bit of argan oil and just, you know, take around in my hair and such. It keeps the hair a little more slick, so the needle won't cut the hair, but instead it will just, you know, glide off instead and leaving the hair intact. And in that way I have experienced a lot less shedding. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Remember guys, take a long shower before, so you have a clean scalp at this point, because whatever you're going to puncture your head with is actually going down into the scalp, and you want to keep this part pretty clean. Okay? Okay guys, this is all I have for you today. I hope you have enjoyed this chapter from my book about microneedling, and I hope this has explained some of the questions you might have, or just shed a little bit of... Okay guys, this is all I have for you today. This was one of the chapters from my book. If you haven't checked out my book already, please do so. It contains all the information that I used and have collected over the past couple of years to regain my hair as it is of now, compared to what it was before, when I was actually going bald for sure. Also guys, if you like this channel, if you like whatever content I'm producing, please consider to like and subscribe. It keeps me going, it helps me with the algorithm and such with it. But this is actually just the complete natural look compared to the video or the picture you can see over here, where I was almost completely bald. This is actually whatever happened to my hair after I did some of these things to it. So guys, like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.